Alright, we got a timer this time, boys. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club! I bet you probably said it before I said it, and then you got disappointed that I didn't say it, and then I said it, and you were like, oh, okay, that's good. Alright, well, we got a timer now. It's 20 seconds into the vid. So it should be right around there anyway. And, yeah, we're gonna keep going. I'm going to keep that away from me, so I'm not, like, constantly staring at it. But at least I can look over at it. Okay. This line I know I didn't say. So I will say it now. Ahem. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. Excuse me, that was absolutely unprofessional of me. Freaking Monica. She never put my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked boxes and books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Yes, because in Japan, being a freak of anime isn't actually a good thing. I love to recognize this fact. Anyway, how did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it right out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips in the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait girls? To Google. You guys can't see it, but I'm actually Googling to see if this is a real anime. Because I've seen... Okay, it's not an actual thing. Okay. Because I've seen before in, like, animes, like, I think... Outbreak Company, they reference Attack on Titan. So I was just trying to see if there was something here. Okay, moving on. It's a series I've never heard of in my entire life. Yeah, well, yeah, I haven't heard of it. I googled it, and it turned out it doesn't exist. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible, or it doesn't exist, like I googled it. Actually, no, in the world of Doki Doki Literature Club, it exists. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Naturally. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Percival. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. The most generic line ever. Like the thing everyone knows. It's not an analogy, is it? The phrase that everyone in the world understands. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parafet Girls. Parafet Girls? Parafat Girls? Parafat Girls. I'm gonna stick with that from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoved the book right into my hands. Yeah, we're just gonna say the sound I made earlier is exactly what he says here. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. What are animated feminine poses? Like chest out, like heart, and like I don't even know, like bending over to pick something up. I don't even know. It's exceedingly moe. I know that's moe, I don't know what moe means. I know it's moe, not mo, but I don't know what it means. I just heard it before. Don't just stand there. Ooh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why not? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet. So I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Oh, friends are nice. I like friends. Friends are cool. Typical slice of life affair. A typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously, come on, we all read anime and watch hentai for the plot. You think I would enjoy something that doesn't have a plot? Touché. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of hentai doesn't have a plot. I mean, not a good one anyway. So I kind of get your point, but a lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's really funny chapters where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. There's an exclamation point. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get all into all of their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really where it makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Excuse me. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Nani? Okay. Hey, wait. What's that? What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. You topple over because you're a weak boy. Okay. It just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, let's see, he pauses for a moment as he doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time and got in this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Oh my god. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Or anyone that impressionable. I'm gonna drink a drink of water now. Drink that water, baby. Alright. I pressed a button. I didn't break anything. It was like F6, so if it was gonna break something, it was definitely that. Check the recording. Go ahead, check the time. Oh, we got plenty of time. As long as it's not like ticking over 30 minutes, I really don't give a Like, I'll try and stop it if it's a good time. If it's like 15 past 15. But yeah, we're at 9 minutes now. Okay. Continue. Aha! Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in making. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Oh, we're getting the detailed art portrait. I mean, something's about to go down. We read on for a few more minutes. She stares at me longingly. I finished a couple chapters at this point. ... Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's not. Like, oh my god. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. You know, I've always thought that I would absolutely despise sundaries, but you know, it's not the worst thing ever. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Is that actually a thing in Japan? I didn't know that. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? So it's her doing an impression. Eh? You still haven't grown out of all that yet? Makes me want to punch them in their face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait. This doesn't have parentheses around it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it in the voice. Character voice. Why not? Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The font makes me smile a little to myself. Alright, moving on along. Finally back to other characters' voices. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? I was about to kiss Percival. Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look a little pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close we are. How close she's gotten to me. She actually slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. That's just a foot. Something wrong. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I said it mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I turn to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book in my bag. Blech. By the way, did you remember I write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Well, now everyone is ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't... Oh, wait, hers is the higher one now. I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting for where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri luckily comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem to first? This is important. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Yuri and Natsuki. But I can't decide between Sayori and Monica. So I'm whipping out a 4-sided die, and if it's a 1 or 2, it's going to be Sayori. If it's a 3 or 4, it's going to be Monica. And you guys at home are just going to have to trust me. Here, let me try to prove that I'm at least rolling a die. Alright, I hope that caught on the mic. It's a 4, so Monica. Oh, it's the little ding again. I like that ding, it's the best. Makes me feel like glad to click on an option. Ding! Oh, and the little ding! The higher one when you click it. That's really good. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Percival. Having a good time so far. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do, better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Percival. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Alright. I have my poem to Monica. I like it, Percival. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. That kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Oh, good. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Is that a real person? I think I might have read something from Shel Silverstein. If that's a real person. Someone with a Silverstein. Okay, so we have a real person. Sheldon Allen Shel Silverstein was an American writer known for his cartoon songs and children's books. He styled himself as Uncle Shelby in some works. Translated into more than 30 languages, his books have sold over 20 million copies. Yeah, I've read some of his stuff. Some of it. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only even a few lines long. They might even feel like they are written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply for anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filter in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Sorry about that. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Your poem... You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a pepperoni copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Wow! What a poem! So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how I know how to put it. I guess you should say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. That's the word. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh, that's what I want. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. A point to be had. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. So I think this is a good cut to end the episode. We're past 20 minutes now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all. And I'll see you all next time. And we'll read Sayori, then Natsuki, then Yuri, because kind of my opinion of the characters. Although I'm not so sure. Maybe Natsuki's warming up to me. Anyway. Bye!